Let's see, streaming. Now how to do this in, I'll just show you what I'm typing up here. How to make this with simple scripts. And a smiley face, nerdy face. Do something like this. Alrighty. Okay, so I saw what Chris built over here as far as like generating this site, and it just saves a link that you could send to somebody, which is essentially just kind of this way of, you know, selecting this, then one of these two, then one of these. So I thought I could build a script for this that would like paste that text that you generated from the things that you typed. So I'll start with like this opening sentence. So let's start by creating a new script here. And we'll call this, he called it like decline reply or something. And so we'll start with like an opening, a middle, and an end. And then one of the helpers is set selected text. And then with those things together, we could like put together this template where it'd have the open, the middle, and the end, so that we could set whatever we want in each of these pieces. So this could be 1, 2, and 3. And let's just create a new kind of place to paste this by the side. So if I run this decline reply right now, it should generate and paste something like this. So we'll run decline reply, and you can see it generated 1, 2, and 3. So in Chris's scenario, he starts with like an opening phrase. So just copy and paste this, run that right there. And then let's try this again, decline reply. So we have this, and then the middle is one of these two. So let's copy that in here. So this is a part where we'd want to pass in an arg, meaning that we're going to await an arg of, I don't know how to name this without compensation. What would you call this? Requirement under any circumstances, like decline level. Probably not the best thing. But we can pass in an array. So we'll have without compensation to and under any circumstances to. And now this middle section, once I get there, So I'll run decline reply. I can pick a decline level, which is one of these two. So I can say under any circumstances two. And now it has that first section, the middle section, and then we'll work on that third section. So let's just grab all of these. And then this end section here can be an arg of something like action, I guess is the thing he's declining. And then I'll just go ahead and paste all of these in, and let's make that a bit smaller and do some, insert some quotes. We don't need that line. So quote, and then jump to the end of the line. Whoops. I have that one stray thing that went too far. Oh, we don't need that one. Okay, so we'll just start that over. No big deal. And quote and comma. All right, and so now we have the end section. So let's separate these, little white space, and we can generate. So I'll select this. I'll run the decline action. Whoops, hit a shortcut. Decline reply without compensation to come to a Zoom meeting, and you'll see that we did this. Regrets to inform without compensation to come to a Zoom meeting. We'll generate a few more. Decline reply. And I think this is probably making sense as far as what this is worth or what this is doing. And something else we can do is we can trim this white space. It's fairly common to just, at least in my template tags, I'll be pretty free with the white space in there, and then trim the beginning, the end, and then I'll want these here at the beginning. So it's going to trim anything right here at the beginning and anything after that end space. So this gets much more, whoops, much more neatly tucked in there. So there we go. And if we wanted to, we could just have this be a single sentence. So it just looks like this. And now we can just generate some reasons, decline reply, blog about your thing, decline reply, have brain picked, without compensation to review an article, and on and on and on. Looks like I pasted that on the same line. Let me make that bigger. So hopefully that makes sense as far as like an arg will ask you for a choice, and if you don't want, so let's say that this, let's make this a template string, and we'll just drop in and await arg, and let's say we don't want choices, we just want input, and we'll say enter name. And this way, instead of using Chris's name, I can decline reply, and I can say John. And now we have, you can just type in a name. I did that pretty quick, but so right now it's not asking for any choices, it's just asking for raw text. So if I put in Mindy here, then I can generate something with Mindy's name. So this kind of makes it like a Mad Lib sort of thing. So I think what I can do is find some sort of, this gotta be like a Mad Libs API, right? Mad Libs. Will this give me random nouns and stuff? Oh, this is like an entire API for that. So this is for random. Was that the same API? Wonder if there's a npm mad libs. I just want something to give me like a random noun or a random random verb and such. React components, no thanks. Sentencer, what's sentencer do? A random string selected from, oh. That's kind of what we're going for. Let's see if there's like a API get random noun, random word API. Maybe that's better. No. Get random words. All right. Is that just a completely random word? Yeah, it's just completely random. I want to get a type of random word. Generate list. If anyone's seen like a way to get a random noun or a random adjective, I just want to fill these out so that like right after decline, so I could say John, and then it would like pick some sort of adjective to modify regrets. I just think that'd be hilarious. So that it would enter some text right here, like excitedly regrets or something. Let's see. API get random. Let's try adjective. Wordnik API get random nouns and adjectives. Okay. Register for an API key. Okay. Never used Wordnik before. Glitch is a random thingy. Let's see that. Yup. Yup. Where are we seeing this? Random friendly words. I'm really wanting something to do like a Mad Lib style, so that we can just inject like inject adjectives and nouns. Or actually, I have something that could make this a little bit funny. There's the words API. So I have a synonym script. So if I type a word like impossible, you see it generates all of these. So what I could do is inject, like, just grab random synonyms based on that. So let me take a look at my synonym script. So there's a datamuse API which I've used. This doesn't give you random words, but it'll give you synonyms and like a ton of stuff if you want to check out. I can drop in this link in the chat. All right, so this would be a synonym. And let's try getting synonyms for regrets. So I think I can do we're just going to make the request. So this would be this. We'll call this regrets. And we'll say await get. Drop in this URL. And this is going to be regrets synonym. We'll just do it like this so it's obvious what's going on. So regrets. I know that could be a string, but this way I can swap things out and copy and paste easier. And then the response is, let's see, here. And that should be pretty much so the words and definitions. We just need the word. And because we're using this, I used this in a prompt before, that's why it has like a name and a value and selected. But now we'll get a regret synonym, and this will give us a list of words. So this is an array, and each of those array have objects with words on them that are synonyms for that word. So we just want to return, I guess just return that. We don't need to map anything. We'll just grab, this is the array of words, synonyms. Yeah, regrets. Synonyms is that, and well, I guess we'll just map the word this way. Oops. Word and word. And then we want to pick a random one off that. For right now, let's just take the first one. Selected regrets synonym. So regrets synonym, grab whatever the first one is. And this can go in here. I'm assuming I did that correctly. That looks all okay. So now if I run this decline reply, how did I? Let's see. Something bailed out. Await get regrets. What's my console log say? Oh, there's no error there. So let's run it. Gonna run it in here. Oh, response is not defined. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. This is the response. Alrighty. So decline reply. Oh, what did I do this time? Forget synonym is not defined. Oh, yeah, well, that's because yeah, I shouldn't be able to do that without, okay. And decline reply, I'll say my name is John, under any circumstance, blog about your thing. John refusal, oh. So the first result of regrets was refusal. That didn't quite, I guess I could let me pick one. That way it's more of like a Mad Libs decline refusal. So instead of manually selecting just the first one, instead of manually selecting the first one, we'll go ahead and say that this is an arg of regrets, and that, whoops, looks like my GPU got bumped. Oop. One sec. Joy, please move. Amen. She just like. All right. Let's see. I think a cord came loose. My external GPU is like behind the wall in the next room, and sometimes she likes to climb over there. 1 second. There we go. Whoops. Yeah, I put the external GPU like behind the wall in the next room to avoid like the noise it makes, but it also comes with trying to keep my 2-year-old from playing with cords. Alrighty. So we had this arg of regrets. Let's actually restrict this. This can be regret alt or something. Cause regret alt. And then this can be the regrets synonyms. And that, I believe, should allow me to select a synonym for regrets and drop it in there. We'll see how that works out. So, apologizes. Oh, that might be. Let me try clearing the cache on that. Apologizes under any circumstance. Review an article. So that works. Okay. I think what I want to do though is actually move this back in line, because I think it was weird to prompt for the name before it prompt for this, so that because when I prompt for that first, you're like it was a bit confusing there. So we'll say replace regrets with. All right, so here we have decline. Now it should prompt me for my name first. And now deplores under any circumstances. John deplores it is impossible. Can I turn like word wrap on for that file? Yeah. Deplores it is impossible for him to, under any circumstances, to review an article. Let's do the same thing for compensation. That should be a fun one. So we'll change this into a template, and this can await arg replace. Actually, let's put quotes in there. So replace compensation with, and then I'm going to do it like, I'm going to see how, any suggestions for learning a first programming language? Code.org is great. It's very visual. If you check out code.org here, tons of stuff that's like classroom based, and because I know if you've never like done any sort of coding, all the tools and everything around it can be intimidating. So that's good stuff there. And used by a ton of people. My voice is distorting a bit. Does it sound like it's lagging or that it's clipping? Thanks for letting me know, Brian. So where was I? So replace compensation with clipping. Okay. I'll just take it down a bit. All right, that should be better. Let's see. Replace compensation with, and then this would be. Can kind of put this in line. Let's wrap a function around that. Well, let's see what it looks like first. So it'd be this. Replace compensation with this, and then we want to map. This is already looking a little questionable. And this is compensation. I'm already looking, like I'm doing this so I can see a way of making a function that would wrap around both of these, like the arg. So this could go here and here. I just wanted to see what it would look like in line before I make a function for that. I think decline reply, enter name John, replace regrets with complains. I must have an error in there somewhere. Yeah, let's extract these. So let's do this. Select synonym. This can be the word, and this will have to be async because we're going to use the await arg in there. And we'll say replace word with, and this can be the this can be that get that's right here. Let's make this yeah, we can just wrap that in a function. So this can be the response, and this is still the word, and then this can be, we're just returning an array from this function. Response.data map and grabbing the word off each of these. Looks like looks like I have a syntax. Let's see, that's matching, and it's matching, that's matching. So we don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. And let's see, I have a syntax error somewhere up here. I'll try running that. Unexpected reserve word. Oh, that's because that's not async. That's why it was. That's right. That's right. And Okay, so it's somewhere down here where I've moved things around. Oh, it's this stuff. That's what I was looking at. All right. So this was the compensation. So we'll try this. Await select synonym compensation. 2. And I think that's... So we'll enter the name, select a decline level, and one of the options inside of the decline level will allow us to select a synonym for that. Oh yeah, and this was like regrets, something or other. Regrets. And then we want to, it's going to be await, select synonym, and regrets. All right. I think that should do something at least. So if we decline reply in our name of John, replace regrets with excuses, I don't know, replace compensation with, what's a good one? Thanks, Adrian. See ya. Indemnification. So now you can see it replaced up here. Now we have indemnification in there. And judge contest. John excuses. Excuses didn't quite work, did it? It's impossible for him to... that it is impossible for him without indemnification to judge a contest. So yeah, I think pretty much where we're at is we can take any word. We're pretty close to like a Mad Lib style thing. So if I grab this and just like paste it in there instead of regrets, so that was impossible. And I can decline reply, John, deplores. Did my copy and paste fail? It's possible I'm making too many requests to this API. It's one of those. Oh, there we go. Unthinkable. Reparations. John deplores that it is unthinkable for him without reparations to have brain be picked. It's coming together. So I guess what I want to kind of demonstrate here is that this arg allows you to like inject selections into things. So you can think of like big templates of stories or like replies just like this that you want to build up, and inject those args into places in there so that you can build the thing that you want to paste, or build the thing. If you thought of this as like the body of a form you want to post or something, you could have args inside of the form. So if you look at example post API, so if you look at something like this, where you would have here, you could have this be await arg name, and you could have this be await arg password, and then those prompts would, by the time we got down to the credentials and you were posting this request, you could like fill in things as it's. I kind of think of it as lazy args, where the args, they're not asked for until they're needed. So it'll run the script as much as possible until it gets to that point, and then it'll pause and wait for you to type in the arg. And if you do this from the command line, the args will just be in the order that they are in the script. So you could still fill this in on the command line and just provide all the args and just expect them to be in the order they are provided in the script. Anyone have any questions about that? Makes sense. Let's see. It's actually interesting. I'd never tried like injecting an await statement into one of the choices. So that was cool to see it just kind of just work. Let's replace the word speak and see if that gives us speak. Oh, I double, there we go. Speak. And we'll do decline, say Mindy. What's all the way at the bottom? Fantasized. John resents. It's inconceivable. Replace compensation with entitlements. Without entitlements to articulate, participate, intervene, convey, lecture. So lecture to conference. Mindy resents that it is inconceivable for him, I should put her, without entitlements to lecture at a conference or event. The app interface is nice and speedy, being able to select your choice by typing as few letters. Yeah. I've tried and put as much thought as possible into selecting the thing as quickly as possible. And it has taken a lot of inspiration from other, like Alfred's and such, where they have their dialogue show up, but it's also inspiration from web apps and the way they work as well. And especially like CLI tools in the terminal, where I expect it to be that level of speed and that level of just entering things as requested. Chris, what have you built with this so far? Just curious what sort of scripts this would make you think to work on. I guess I could share the script. It's kind of I wonder if I could like build some sort of template language, parse the template, and then rebuild this syntax. So say like a template would look like Chalk does a syntax like this. So synonym, impossible, hello, there. And then you'd pass in the whatever function. I'm curious how that would work. I'd have to maybe I'll dive into that off stream sometime and build a little, well, I guess you'd have to know what the synonym like this would map to the select synonym function and pass impossible in as an arg. You query your CRM database via API for quick data retrieval. Apple shortcut to enable sidecar, a menu for related projects. Oh, sweet. That's awesome that you have like tons of use cases. Like one of my greatest hopes of this tool is that people, like, it enables them to build the things that they have always wanted to build, that it just kind of removes that hurdle of they know they can build the thing, like they're a developer and they know they can do it, but the pain of actually setting up a project and setting up a command line tool for it, or however they're going to do it, is just too much. So this is way more about removing that barrier than it is about any sort of UI or anything. So that's really cool to hear. You've got multiple things going on. That makes me really happy. What else could we look at for today? I think this is pretty much. I'd really like to find like a Mad Libs. Coding is a good practice for a learner. Oh, cool. Control over how stuff is organized and presented. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, there's a lot of play involved. Because I remember when I learned to program, I was doing a lot of like visual game sort of things that were fun to play with, and that kept me going. And I think this is like, there's a lot of play involved in this, where you can make these tools that are just for you. Like, you don't have to share them with anyone else. You don't have to ship it, or don't have to try and sell it. It's just a fun thing for you to have. And there's no like, if you make a mistake in one file, just create a new one, copy and paste some things over. It's very low stress level. I'm gonna check out that Mad Libs API and see what sort of stuff it can give me back. Oh, well, this is exactly what I needed before. Do they have this running up somewhere? I wonder if I can code sandbox this. What's the code sandbox? Can't remember it's like /s/github. No, I guess not. Import project from GitHub. Oh, whoops. I guess I need to go back here. Let's see if this works. Random down. We'll see just to. And I love that I can just create these scripts to throw away, like no big deal. All right, so this is listening on 8084. Cannot get. So where's like the live version of this? It's usually a URL. I guess it's probably this one. It's this one, and /API/noun. Where'd that go? Whistle. Oh, cool. Window arrangement is something I want to explore next. Setting up scripts that will grab an arrangement of windows across several apps the way I have them on desktop and allow me to redeploy later. Oh yeah. Did you see the window script? I can't remember what I called it. Set active app bounds or something. That's something I'll definitely have to like look into. As far as like getting all the names of the apps and the positions you want them to be in, or like querying every app that's open, saving there. Maybe I can try that on the stream tomorrow. Cool. Because yeah, you can definitely set the name, and you'd have to like swap these out with the name of the app. Maybe I can like stream looking into that tomorrow, and kind of dive into like positioning windows. That's interesting to like to position them, save their positions, move them around, and then like revert them, or like have a list of positions to select from. Huh. there's some cool ideas there. Alrighty, so I think I can await get this noun, and we'll run random noun, and then it should show up in my console log. I really need to set up my shortcut to jump to the end of a file in VS Code. Well, how come that didn't log anything out? Synonym. Response.data. Whoops. So this would be response. Random noun. There we go, park. Okay, so that's working. So let's try that. So we'll say noun is async this noun. Yeah, so that's good. What were all of his options? A person? API noun person. Oh. A person, place, a thing. Oh, cool. Interesting. So let's do, there's an adjective. Okay. That adjective, I guess I'll just be like copying and pasting a lot of these. And yeah, let's I guess we can just do this. Get random word, and then type, and have this be the type. That way we're not writing a ton of functions. And then we're going to say word is, if we wrap that, and that's the dot data. So get random word noun, console log word, random noun, and then there's me like put that right there. Did that not work? Park. I don't need this anymore. Let's do show word. It's object. Should be the response.data. I'll just do this. And random noun, still response.data. Isn't that what I had before? Show response.data. No, that'd just be the same thing. Show response. Oh, I think that trying to show two windows quickly. Let's log this one out. Random noun. Oh, whoops. That's because I'm silly. There we go. It was showing up as an object in the console. I didn't realize it was a promise. I mean, I knew it was a promise, but I didn't use my brain. So we can do that. That format's weird. That looks so ugly. Get word. Museum. All right. So now we have a random word. So let's try. We'll just go ahead and hit that API. Random sentence can be await, get random. We'll just name this W because noun, and then await verb, and then await noun. That format's very ugly, but whatever. Let's log this out. Console log random sentence. Get random word. Whoops. Looks like I did not do that correctly. Async await get. All right, 1 second. Because this should work. Why is it not doing the data anymore? Maybe it was like a formatting thing. Interesting. I'll avoid like the super terse syntax and do it this way. That might be like a semicolon thing that I wasn't aware of. Return response data. Await W noun, await W verb. Oh, maybe verb's not on the API. I have to say verb present or past. Okay, that's what I'm not doing. Pie driving bed. Nice. Okay, okay. We're getting there. Yeah, so it looks like the verbs have to have some sort of tense to them. Anyone in chat want to give me like a template of noun, verb, pronoun, something? See what sort of silly thing we come up with. So past, navigation, male, female, neutral. Curious where the word bank API. Is this just a huge file? Oh no, they just have a, okay. So they just manually put in places and things. Adjectives will spice it up a bit. Yeah, I'm a bit sad that this is like hard-coded, but trying to think of what other way to query a dictionary for a type of a word. I know there's like some natural language libraries out there, but I don't know if there's one where you can just like say, give me a random, maybe you could like put in a random index and search a dictionary for like the 500th noun or something in there. But I'll worry about that later. Await W, adjective. Shovel Blue Leaping Shop. This is like a band name generator. Firefighter excited fleeing developer. Clown green leaping robot. Yeah, sorry, now my brain's like on that tangent of how could I make this like the data set better for even more randomness, but this is fairly straightforward, is like just having a template. But yes, some other time I think it'd be cool. I'm not sure when working with those functions or whatever template literal functions. Thanks, Chris. Have an awesome day. Template literal functions, if they can have like how they could parse out things. I'll definitely dive into that sometime though. And because it'd be cool to drop some of these things in there and have like a bunch of templates for replies or whatever. All right, let's see, it's 4:30 for me. I think I'm gonna bounce too. All right, everyone, thanks for coming. As always, be excellent to each other.